Tablet I want to plug in.
Sure. You need a Wi-Fi password?
No, I'm gonna plug in. I know you guys are plugged in. I'm gonna plug in. Do you know what I mean when I say that? No? I'm gonna plug in these with an electrical cord.
Oh, just to charge them?
Yeah, okay, that's the word. Okay. Yeah, I want to charge. I got some cords, and I see there's one under here. So I was gonna do that.
We've got a charging port right there.
Is there somewhere to sit? I'm not just looking to charge, I'm looking to also like use it as I'm charging. Hey, you work here?
I do.
Alright. You the director? I got this padlock on the Wi-Fi for the ED-lib public. I was wondering what the password is. How often do you change your password? When's the last time you changed your password? 2017?
Been a while.
It says 2017.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, do you know if your tap water from the sink is safe to drink?
Take that.
Okay, I mean, I understand. I just saw that as I was coming up, and I would have avoided asking. But I'm really curious to know what your opinion is. If you have heard anything.
I think it is.
Yeah. It is. Okay,
It's
but
fine.
I can do that.
But I think this is better.
All right, because it's hard to. I can't drink it.
I mean,
Okay,
like when we
but
make
this
coffee and stuff for book clubs and things like that, we don't.
Yeah, I don't know. The previous,
you'll slip it
It's
in.
not contaminated or anything. 'Cause it gets,
Okay.
It used to be a drinking fountain.
It's like it's straight from the river or something. It used to be.
No, I mean, it used to be a drinking fountain when we were just up in the front and this was City Hall. But then the previous director before Brian, she always just kind of pushed this.
Oh.
So,
Okay. Not filters for the tap water. It wasn't. Filters aren't good enough.
yeah, I don't know. I think
our city water's tested.
It says okay for not. It's probably it doesn't have GRD, but I mean there's a taste in there. That makes it hard. But it's safe. At least it's just a taste.
Sure it is.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
it should be a drinking fountain.
All right. Yeah, because my taste buds I can't really detect if it's safe. I just only tell if it's bad or if it tastes bad. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What's that? A bad taste? Oh no. No, thank you. No, that's sugar. There's sugar in it.
There's no sugar in it.
No. Thank you. Yeah, I am. There's a lot of these types of trucks going through around the downtown area. It feels kind of good to have a nice tall hill and take a backwoods walk from my parking spot to the library and back. I like these kind of paths a lot. I've never seen Hyvee give this warning before. Doesn't really apply to me. It's kind of neat to see houses up high on this ridge. There's houses up there on this tall hill overlooking Hyvee and the city. Alright, Hyvee parking lot, Dubuque, Iowa. So I just come up to this and tested it. It didn't work. And I used a tablet which had a different cord end, so I didn't trust it. So I was like, okay, let's actually try the USB-C. But this time I come over, these were off. So I turned both on. The right one turned the lights on, so I turned that back off. turn the, oh no, the left one was the lights. Okay. Oh my God, I dropped it in grass. That could have been a disaster. So I turn it on and the electricity does work now. So now I can charge. They give people a lot of trust in turning off the circuit breaker when it's not in use. All right, my observations about gnats so far is that they've really gotten bad when I've gotten to the Mississippi River, both on the left and the right side, and they're just getting worse as I get further on the east side, up and down from the Mississippi River, and they obviously extend far past the Mississippi River, but the western half is not a problem. I got a ton of bugs smashed up against my windshield, probably not too visible. It's becoming more noticeable that I'm running into bugs with my car, more in an eastern side of the country. Never had that bug smashing problem on the west coast or the west half in any way. Definitely not the Rocky Mountains. But these gnats, I mean, they are horrible. And for some reason, I've stopped at a couple of Walmarts. They don't sell head nets. You'd think that'd be a standard thing that all stores would sell. But I don't see people wearing head nets. I don't see stores selling head nets. But there's gnats attacking my face in droves. And yet, there's people that look unbothered by it. I am completely bothered by it because I know it's not normal. And when they're hitting my face, that's annoying, but that's only the beginning. They bite hard too. So it's not just a matter of them hitting your face, getting in your eyes. They also, if they land and stick the landing, you let them stay on your skin, they'll bite really super hard. It'll be painful. You'll feel a large amount of pain. But I've noticed there's a little bit of a pattern with the gnats. They don't like mornings. They don't like cold mornings. So I got attacked by one this morning. It's 8 o'clock. It got about 50 degrees last night. So they are slow to warm up to the mornings. They come out a lot more in the noon time when it's warmer. I'm told that they are not very heat tolerant either. I don't know how that works with them exactly. I know that they don't handle cold very well. They're not out and about. You could come out here early in the morning, not get attacked by gnats, and think that, oh, this area probably doesn't have any gnat problems. And then come back in the afternoon, and you're just swarmed by droves and droves of gnats. All right, so don't let the morning time fool you about the gnat situation. They are bad. They're just, yeah, they're like cold-blooded animals. But they don't like enclosed areas. But I mean, this shelter does not really deter them. That shelter like this, it sort of deters them, but not that much. All right, the enclosed area like my car is a little bit more of a deterrent. I could sit here with the door open, and it's sort of a deterrent. They'll fly in and then fly out. It's like they're feeling for something. All right, they're concerned. Oh, there's one, I think. Oh no, it's just another type of a bug. There's a wide variety of bugs, but they'll fly in and fly out. They're not like flies or mosquitoes. Mosquitoes will come in and look for a place to hide. Flies will fly all around, bouncing all around the place. Flies have kind of an awareness of what windows are. Gnats have no clue what a window is. And gnats just they don't like enclosed areas. They're looking for escape all 360 around them. And if they don't have that, then they'll freak out a little bit and stay away from that enclosed area. So it's something else that I've been able to trap them with the closing the door. Some get stuck in here and they'll just bounce against the window until I kill them. But out in the open, they're just nasty. So they're not very good with enclosed areas. They're not very good with cold weather, and they're not very good with nighttime. They'll start when it finally starts getting dark. As the days get longer around here, the nighttime they settle down. I mean, it takes. I mean, not just a little dim light. You know, you need pretty dark light. You need pretty good darkness. But they'll settle down once it gets dark. They're very dependent upon the sunlight, and yeah. And then of course, you know, wind is a nice factor too. You get a nice windy day, maybe 15-20 miles an hour, and they have no chance. I mean, they could try to get you, but they can't. They can only fly so fast. So, you know, those gusts of wind are nice, but when there's no wind and it's sunny out, it's midday around and you're east of the Mississippi, it's horrible. I think another factor may be if the city sprays or not. I don't know, because I don't know what cities spray that I visit. Some cities have had no gnats. Some cities are just swarmed in gnats. I think this city's probably going to be swarmed in gnats, but it's like I don't know if they're spraying or not. They don't really announce it. It's something you have to ask around, and I can't always find people to ask around. So I find out the hard way if what the gnat problem is like. But this springtime has been like these gnats have been very aggressive, and they've made this springtime a little bit harder to deal with. I find myself sitting in my car, even on a nice day. I'll just sit in my car just to avoid the gnats. It's really something around here. But I've come into their territory. I recognize that they're not all over the country. It's specific regions. They like this type of climate, this type of geography. All right, they do best. They don't do this in the Rockies. They don't do this on the West Coast. All right. I think even the western half, the western plains, the Midwest, the plains of the Midwest, I don't think they're that bad. It's the Mississippi and east is where they get bad. But how far east? That's something I still have to find out. I don't know. The more panels that are put into cars, the more dust, the more spots that dust has a chance to accumulate. A lot of dust has gotten behind this panel. So why have it? I don't like that. So I sit in my shaded out car to hide from the old man who pulls up and wants to hang out here. It's another test of endurance, to see who can outlast the other. He'll sit here and just watch, and I stay inside, hiding, trying to be quiet, trying to listen and watch. and outlast him. He pulled up really slowly and quietly. I didn't hear him until he got really close. And then once I saw him, I was like, the game is on. How long are you gonna be here, old man? I stay quiet and just listen. He lets out his dog so that it can run circles around my car and bark at any weird movement or sound while he sits there quietly watching. Is he the one who's going to call the cops? I have my suspicions. So I sit here quietly, just watching. Trying to stay on top of what his next move might be. And I'll try to take my mind off of waiting, turning volume down when I watch videos on my tablet so that I can hear outside more. I have my batteries charging in that shelter that he's sitting at. I don't think he'll touch them. Does he even notice them? I don't think he'll touch them. They're just batteries. I gotta charge another one actually. I got one that's at 48%. I gotta switch him out. But that old man is over there in the shelter watching me, watching my car. I know he can't see in. It's a bright day and my inside of my car is darkened. I know I can see him, but he can't see me. But he can hear me. I sneezed. I know he heard it. I know his dog may have heard it if the dog was nearby. His dog off leash. Maybe there's no rules against leash in this park. There probably is, but maybe there isn't. Sometimes the dog will wander off. And my sneeze is loud enough that I'm sure he heard it. So he knows. I assume that they have to assume somebody's inside. So they keep I expect that they keep a respectable distance away from my car. But he just sits and watches and waits. He's a slow-moving old man, so it looked like it took a lot of effort just to go from his car to a picnic table to sit down at in the shelter. I'm actually parked a little bit closer to the shelter, but I didn't see any handicap signs. There's no parking lines here at all anyway, so I don't see a need to park further away from the shelter. I had no idea anybody would even come out here. But I believe I could outlast him. I could outsit him. It's a test of willpower. Who can wait out who? He's waiting for me to come out of my car at some point to see what I look like. I'm waiting for him just to leave, because this is a very isolated spot. The gnats are kind of bad. They weren't noticeable in the morning when it was 50 degrees. But now that it's sunny and warm, the gnats are getting bad. So I sit in my car because of the gnats and the old man. And the sun. I sit. I wait out things excessively. It's a bit of a problem. I wait out people, I wait out the environment, I wait out insects. I just think to myself, I'll just wait them out. I'm here to watch. I'm watching and learning, being new. I'm new, the new person. I'm the new person to this area. That old man may be coming here every day, and I'm unusual for just being here. Maybe he may come here every day, have been doing that for years, and then I just show up randomly, this odd car. I'm out of place, even in the most remote areas. And sometimes they call the cops. It's a little bit in the afternoon. People are more active. People are more outside. Somebody else is pulling over to the end of the parking lot. Oh, they stopped. Okay. I don't think it's a cop car. What if it is? I can't see very well through my screens. They're facing my car. I just sit here waiting out people. Sometimes as one's leaving, another one shows up. So then it turns into another test of endurance, test of willpower. How long can I wait out the next person? Sometimes I have to give in. But when it comes to old men, I feel I can outlast them. Alright, I've been sitting on these potato flakes, 2 jars, sitting on my roof. I'm not eating them, and I don't want to really. I think I'm gonna throw these away so I can use the jars. Just spill it on the grass. I don't eat potato flakes a lot. I have to have them with milk, and I've reduced my milk intake. If I'm gonna have potatoes, I gotta cook them from the fresh point, not this potato flake stuff. Alright, because I really enjoy consuming oat bran with either honey or milk, I want to force a mixture of other things. Not much. I don't need to put a lot, but every time I fill up a new jar with oat bran, I want to add a little flax seed. So I don't go through the flax seed very fast, or even this barley, the soup barley. It's a little hard to chew on. But I want to get into the habit of just putting a little bit in to mix in there as I'm having the oat bran. Alright, I think I'm going to dump this food jar. Had it for maybe a year. I also had a second food jar this size I got rid of. I'm getting rid of this one. It was a part of an experiment to try to preserve slippery elm. But I have learned that you never try to preserve slippery elm. You just always keep it in the dried state till the last minute before you jump on it, before you wet it. That's the practice now. It spoils just like food. I need you to catch this money. Go. Oh, all right. Let's try it again.
Try one at a time. That's probably why they're.
You not? Oh, now you turn on. All right, I'm going into Platteville. It's been a downhill from Walmart the whole way. So that's gonna be it's gonna be the challenge coming back. Doing the downhill. Oh yeah. And I wanted to check out some of these parks too. The reason I'm bicycling in is because I don't like the parking situation. Alright, see, in Platteville, I was looking around for parking places, and this is one I didn't see. I actually had to bicycle in to see this. Roundtree Branch Trail parking to the right, and then to the left of that, I don't know what, it doesn't say. I'll bicycle further in since I'm on bicycle, but oh, the gnats are attacking me. But this is a surprise. Well, it's an old factory, I think. Alright, going into the city. I gotta say, I was unable to burp for a little bit. And because I was exercising, I was breathing heavier. Because of all the air that was collecting. When that air collects in my stomach and I'm exercising, I breathe so much heavier. Because it's restricted, I guess. So I really have to take it easy. Take it very easy. They got such restrictions on parking. I don't like all these restrictions. Too many. These stuff, huh? Okay, we're going. Okay. No parking, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. There'll be restrictions on day parking too. There it is. 3-hour parking. Very strict. Things are too condensed.
Come on. Nosy.
No domestic animals.